Hey guys, Rochelle here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So today I am going to be doing episode 2 of the Storytime, a Tarot Adventure by Amethyst Ascension, or with Amethyst Ascension, or with Rochelle. So here's the story. It's simply, oh, that's the next one, but it's simply 2 pages or 1 page, depending on how you look at it. And there's a few different places where you draw cards. And I mean, it's probably not simpler because of the amount that you have to do here, but I wanted to make this story less where it leads you and more where your cards lead you. But this is like starting you off. So I'm going to set this aside. Okay, just really briefly. So I'm going to use the Steampunk Tarot as my main tarot deck. And I've chosen 3 different oracle decks, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use any of them. I want to see how it plays itself out. And then I got 3 different themed oracle decks. Depending on which prompt it is, you'll see as we go along. But I'm thinking either Anne Stokes Gothic Oracle, the Magic and Mediums Oracle, or Practical Magic, the Inner Witch Oracle. So we'll see which ones I feel like will work with this particular storyline. Okay, so it starts off. You are at home laying in bed reading a good book when the lamp next to your bed starts to flicker. You lean over and try to check the cord's connection. You see that it is clearly plugged in, and then you notice that the sound machine starts to play white noise and then ocean sounds switching back and forth. You get out of bed and start towards the breaker box, thinking that there is some sort of energy surge or electrical issue to that outlet. As you open the door to the hallway, you are surprised to see all the lights in the hallway and landing are flickering too. You become alarmed and a thought runs through your mind. So it says, draw 3 or more cards to rationalize what you think is happening. Okay. So draw 3 or more cards to rationalize what you think is happening. I'm going to shuffle these up really good as I'm thinking about what's going on. Everything is like flickering. Why is like the whole house flickering? Or at least everywhere that you've seen thus far is flickering. And things are going off and on. The electrics are just kind of going crazy. So, draw 3 or more cards to rationalize what you think is happening. 3 or more cards to rationalize what you think is happening. There is no right or wrong with these exercises. They are just for fun. Okay, that one wanted to turn over. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. I mean, I had a clear thought about what I wanted this to portray, but so far the cards are not even showing that. Oh. All right. I want to do 2 more cards. Why is this happening? Why is the whole house flickering? Oh, okay, let me see. All right, there's our other one. All right. Gosh, isn't this a gorgeous deck? All right. All right, so let me look at this. So we've got the Five of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, Strength, and the King of Pentacles. I mean, to me, this almost feels like a battle between a woman and a man in this house. Maybe there had been some sort of, I mean, like a wealthy family. This feels like a wealthy family, but that was very well-to-do. And I think that there was actually a spirit that is trying to, like, show itself. I feel like, because this is what makes me feel like it was a wealthy family. This makes me feel like it's a battle. This one makes me feel like they needed strength. And usually when we think of like crimes of passion, many times when a woman is killed, and please remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is not a real murder mystery, but I think in this particular story, it is a woman who was murdered by her husband. That's kind of what's going on in my head. That's what I'm rationalizing at this point, because if anything starts like flickering throughout the house, my mind would automatically go towards, you know, like a haunting, or something is trying to reach out from the other side. And many times what they do is through electricity. They can reach out through electricity, or it's because their energy can manipulate. I mean, I've watched enough like ghost hunting and stuff like that, you know, paranormal investigations. So that's what that feels like. It feels like this woman is trying to reveal something to me, or I believe that it's a woman that's trying to reveal. Who knows? It might be this woman that actually took care of the man. Maybe she got what she wanted out of him, and, you know, because he looks like he's he's the King of Pentacles. He is well-to-do. So maybe she used him to get the status that she wanted. And then, I don't know, we shall see. Okay, so on with the story. So you stop for a second to process everything around you before proceeding to cautiously head down the stairs, trying to remain as quiet as possible. As you turn the corner of the second floor landing, you stop and start to panic, noticing that the front door is open and the lights are flickering all down the stairs also. You hear a faint sound coming from the kitchen and realize it is the electric can opener that's going off. You reach into the second floor closet slowly, trying to remain as silent as possible, and grab the baseball bat that you lovingly named Lucille. For all those The Walking Dead lovers, Lucille. With Lucille in hand, you proceed down the stairs, heading for the kitchen, trying to avoid the creaky spots on the old farmhouse floor. As you turn the corner to the kitchen, you see it. Draw 3 cards to describe what you see. All right, I'm going to put these back in to see whether or not they come out again. What is it that I see? And keep in mind that I've said that this is an old farmhouse. So there is a lot of history that has gone on in this house, and it's big, right? It probably doesn't even look nearly like what it used to when it was built. You know, these are all things that I'm seeing. draw 3 cards to describe what I see in the kitchen. Well, draw cards to see what I see in the kitchen. It doesn't have to be 3, but I think like a story can be told like in 3 or more, but you use your discretion. It's your story. All right. All right, so draw cards to describe what I see. I turn the corner to the kitchen. Come on, get back in there. There's one. Okay. Okay, all right, let's see. Wowza, okay. I see a woman that is got a knife, and she is crying. She's sad, and she's got like blood stains down the front of her. The reason I see that is it reminds me of like the lady in white. We clearly have a woman here, okay? There's 3 females. I see 2 swords. They're all pointing or all looking towards this direction, so they're sad. She's sad. And it's probably spilled wine, but I see red. So it makes me think of like blood, okay? It could be wine, but obviously the woman's got a knife in her hand. So it feels like, you know, like that, the lady in white. I'm sure you've all heard of like the lady in white. Okay. So the next prompts are draw cards to describe what you should do next. Okay. You know what? I'm going to leave these up here because they're not taking up the whole thing. I see this woman. I'm obviously alarmed. She's crying. She's upset. She's sad. She's got blood on her gown. And she is holding a knife. Oh. Okay. Temperance. Wow. And it flew right over here, so crossing the Page of Swords. I'm going to bring it down like this so that you can see it this way, though. Need a few more? Okay. Okay. Oh. There he is again. Show me one more, please. All right, we'll take off the top. Oh. Okay, so the fact that Temperance was like laying across the Page of Swords, and this is what I'm supposed to do. So I'm thinking that there is, the fact that the Magician came up makes me think, obviously, that this person is a spirit, but I should definitely proceed with caution just in case and start talking. So temperance, meaning I should approach, not just like start swinging with my bat, because I mean, if it is a spirit, and at this point I can't tell because she looks like a full-bodied person, but So be very mindful and start talking to the spirit. Because at this point, even though I'm standing there, she doesn't even see me, okay? She doesn't even know that I'm there. So I start talking to her because I feel like spirit communication, many times when they start talking and stuff, or maybe it's just that you just opened up something and you're able to start listening now. And many times when they're reaching out, it's because they're trying to tell their story or they have something to reveal. So in my mind's eye, when I reached that plateau to begin with and seen this guy, so I asked this woman about this guy, right? And obviously it's telling me to proceed with caution, be mindful, because this spirit is volatile. I mean, she's got a knife in her hands, for goodness sakes, and the energy in the house, everything's going crazy, right? Everything's flickering. So her emotions are, I mean, could this be an imprint? I don't think so, because she is recognizing me. So I would try to somehow, if I can't communicate with her that way, I would try to have like some sort of seance, or because this is indicating to me that I have the power to talk to this particular person and or spirit. But I'm thinking definitely a spirit because of how this energy is playing out in the house, right? So proceed with caution, but try to communicate with the spirit about what I'm seeing here. This is like a new adventure, a jumping off point. Maybe my mediumship has like really, you know, maybe that's what opened up here. And this is a new area for me. Okay, so the next prompt and the last prompt is draw cards to finish out the story of why this is happening. Okay, so I'm just going to push this stuff aside. Why is this happening? Finish off the story. You can draw 3 or more cards. Okay, that one wants to come out. Why is this happening? Oh, yeah. Okay, I think that's plenty. All right, let me move these out of the way. Now, I've had other people ask me privately whether or not they need to do videos or whether or not they can reply and, you know, tell their stories like in the Amethyst Ascension Facebook group. I don't care how you do it. You don't even have to show how you do it. But it is a fun exercise. So if you want to make a VR to this, I would love that because I want to see people's stories. Absolutely. But if you don't have a channel and you're not, you know, making content, do it in the Amethyst Ascension family group. Right under when I post this. Let me hear your stories. I would love that. With pictures, please. Okay, so draw cards to finish out the story of why. Why is this happening? So we got the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, and immediately something popped into my head with that. The Lovers. Yep, okay. 8 of Cups. Ace of Cups. Yeah, Strength. And 8 of Swords. Okay. So, something just came to my mind. Okay, so the reason that this is happening is because you know how my hubby and I, we like to invest in our home, okay? Because I think of the 4 of Pentacles as not greedy, but as being wise, having a good, strong foundation, and investing in your future going forward. So, and also because when I think of when spirit activity begins, many times it happens after like renovations. And one of the things that even my husband and I have done since we bought this house, like, you know, 6 years ago, is doing little by little renovations as we can. So I feel like this Four of Pentacles is talking about how renovations, this spirit activity is being, brought, being more prevalent because, let's say, we just had some house renovations done, okay? And it's stirring things up. And the lovers, because this is a story of two lovers, but if you remember, the very first thing that I got was showing the Nine of Pentacles, the lady, and then there was a Queen of Wands. Or was it the Queen of Wands, I believe, on the horse. I think that the man had an affair with the Queen of Wands. His wife was the Nine of Pentacles. And she was trying to walk away from him. And he was so emotional and controlling, and times were different. He looked at his wife like she was property. Okay? I think at one time he probably loved her, or the idea of her. But this other lady came into the picture, and when she found out about it, she tried to leave. And the husband, in his pompous and arrogant, because he was the King of Pentacles. He had it all together. He was Mr. Moneyman. I feel like he felt like she was his property. And so he tried to stop her. And in her emotional state, she stabbed and killed her husband. He didn't realize the strength that it took. And then the reason why this played out is because, and it looked like self-defense, so she got away with it, okay? However, it ate away and ate away and ate away at her for like ever. It like imprinted on this house. Her energy imprinted on this house after killing, because she loved her husband. That's why she was so emotional. She loved her husband. And when she found out about this, and let alone, it was probably one of her best friends, So that is why I was being shown this, is because perhaps it was also a bit of my own psychic abilities, trying to be able to pick this up, However, I think that it started because of perhaps renovations to the house. It had stirred things up, and the emotions that she had created like a energy imprint on the actual house because of her raw emotions and because of what she had done in order, essentially to protect herself. But she probably didn't have to kill him, but at the time, she probably just didn't know if she had any other choices, and she was just so distraught over what she had found out and his lack of care. That's what created this whole scenario. So I hope you have enjoyed this. Now what I'm going to do is take a picture of the page, and I'm going to put it into the Amethyst Ascension family group on Facebook. If you would like the page and you're not on Facebook, my email address is down below in the description. Send me an email and I will send it to you, okay, via email. So if you want the page and you would like to do this as well. So thank you for spending this time with me. And let me know your impressions, okay? Let me know what you thought of the story. And there are more coming. I've got another one that I've written, and there's just a plethora of ideas to do. So thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I am sending you love always. Bye.